So I wanted to do a video to complement the blog we've just written regarding the taxes that you have to pay when registering a vehicle in Spain. Now, as with every vehicle, and I believe in more or less every country in the world, you have to pay road tax. Okay, road tax here in Spain is known as IVTM. All right, Impuestos de Vehículo de Tracción Mecánica. Now, in some areas like Alicante, it's known as SUMA. That's actually not correct. SUMA is the organisation in charge of collecting that for some towns up in Alicante, but the actual correct terminology is IVTM. All right. This tax, when you're registering a vehicle, you'll only pay the corresponding amount of tax for the rest of the year from when you're registering the vehicle. So if you're registering it halfway through the year, you only pay for the second 2 quarters. It's normally divided into quarters. Okay, so you pay for the last 2 quarters. If you're registering your vehicle at the end of the year, you'll pay for the last quarter, or right at the beginning, you'll pay for the full year. Then the following year, you'll get a bill for the full year vehicle's registered. Okay, so your local tax depends on where you are or where you register it. There's lots of places here, like in Malaga, who look after quite a few of their towns all in one office, like Suma do a lot of towns in Alicante, and here in Malaga we have Patronato de Recaudación, and there's some town halls work independently and manage their own taxes. All right, so the good thing about the taxes for the higher end, so the higher spec vehicles which are very expensive tax, you would say, in the UK, if you bring a vehicle from the UK, that are more powerful, maybe bigger engines. Over here, because the tax normally tops out at around €200, maximum, some town halls will be a lot less than that, and you normally save a lot of money on your road tax if you're bringing in a vehicle which is quite heavily taxed in the UK. After that, we have a tax called a special registrations tax. Now, every vehicle that gets registered in Spain has to present either the special registration tax, which is called a Model 576, or you have to present an exemption to that tax, which is a 06. All right. They calculate the special registrations tax on a second-hand value, which is based on its new value and a percentage for how old the vehicle is added to it. All right. And they get the new value from a document called the BOE, which you've seen. The BOE is where official publications are done in Spain. They have one for vehicles, which shows you the value of the vehicle new. Add the percentage, you get the reduction. To that reduction, they also add a further reduction, which is the emissions rating. Okay. Some vehicles might not figure, very rare, on the BOE list. In that case, we have to find other ways of getting a valuation for those vehicles. Vehicles which have a emissions rating of less than 120 grams per kilometre don't pay special registrations tax, so we present the Model 06 that I mentioned just a minute ago. And in some circumstances, people who are changing their residence to Spain also won't pay this tax. Right? That's the 2 main taxes that we have to present when registering a vehicle in Spain. A third one could come into the equation if the vehicle isn't in your name, if you haven't owned it for a certain amount of time, or if you bought it from somebody to register it here in Spain, you might be charged change of ownership tax. Okay, right? Because in Spain, when you buy a vehicle second hand, you have to pay a tax to put that vehicle into your name, and in some circumstances, when registering a vehicle here, that tax is also applied. Post Brexit, we don't know. There's no agreements in place at the moment, no trade agreements, but currently vehicles from outside the EU have to go through customs and excise, right? So it could be the case for vehicles from the UK. They will have to go through customs and excise, and there they get charged VAT and duty on the value of the vehicle. Right? So they'll work out the value, second-hand value of the vehicle, either with the proof that you present to them or using what I referred to before, the BOE, and you'll get paid. You have to get charged of VAT and duty there, and they produce a document called a DUA. That DUA is then given to us or whoever's registering the vehicle for you, and that's proof that it's been through the customs and excise process here in Spain. On some circumstances, if you're changing residence here to Spain, you come in here to live and you've got the correct paperwork, you can also waive this tax. So yeah, I hope that helps. A quick, brief explanation, trying to keep it under 5 minutes of what taxes are involved when registering a vehicle in Spain.